Good morning. Ne mo na si inga mal whaftai le tua ile nei TAEAO fou. Whai tātou au lia mai ele nei aso fou. E whatalo whatu i lau whasausaunga Samoa ile nei foi TAEAO i lau po Kalame o le tupulanga mo a TAEAO po le Generation for Tomorrow. O lau ingoa Prince Vaso i lau vi lom le tonga sui mai Crown Care Wolf ma o le sui fo lau po Kalame o le tupulanga mo a TAEAO po le Generation for Tomorrow. Nei TAEAO le a tātou whatatanoa inai nisi o sui po le vaenga Crown Care Wolf ai mo mono whatalo whatu. Ia i lau so atau le sunga ia Tia Maria. Good morning, Tia.
Good morning, Prince. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. Whaftai lava manuia lava nei TAEAO.
Very good to know. And good morning, Samoa. Thank you once again for tuning in. This is another episode of Generation for Tomorrow, brought to you by TV3, a youth show where we talk on taboo issues happening in Samoa. Not only that, but we promote our young champions and also talk on our young entrepreneurs in Samoa. I am Tia Maria Pepetafi Aloni, your host, your co-host for this morning and every Wednesday morning, an intern and scholar student of Brown Girl Woke. Brown Girl Woke is a non-profit organization that recruits, trains, and educates the youth on how to deal with critical issues happening in Samoa. As Prince has mentioned, today is a different morning for us, Prince. We have our beautiful, amazing, talented co-workers with us this morning. You know, the hands behind the magic of Brown Girl Woke. So without further ado, we'd love to introduce our beautiful ladies this morning. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Tia.
Good morning, Tia. Welcome to Generation for Tomorrow. Do tell, not us, we already know who you are, but do tell Samoa a little bit of brief about yourself. I will start with the beautiful Kyla.
Oh, thank you, Tia. Good morning and Talafalava Samoa. I am Kylamarie Rodriquez. I'm 20 years of age and currently studying at University of South Pacific at Lafi campus, and I am one of the interns of Brown Girl Woke. Thank you.
Kyla. Good morning, Joyce.
Good morning, Tia. Good morning, team. And good morning to everyone who are watching us right now. My name is Joyce Teo. I'm currently studying at USP, Lafi campus. I'm an intern here in Brown Girl Woke. Thank you.
Good morning, Ariel.
Good morning, team. Talofa Samoa. My name is Ariel Lafi. I attend the University of the South Pacific, and I'm a program assistant currently with Brown Girl Woke. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you very much for that, beautiful ladies. And welcome to Generation for Tomorrow. First time out, Prince, we've had our amazing, beautiful co-workers with us this morning. Do keep in mind, Samoa, that this is not all of us. We have a lot of hands behind the magic of Brown Girl Woke. So without further ado, would love to get into what today is about, Prince. Today, Samoa, we'd love to, if you do not know now, you will know that we will tell you what Brown Girl Woke is about and what programs that we are part of, what we are doing right now, and what we plan to. So I'd love to ask the beautiful ladies to please give us a little brief and explain what programs that you guys were in Brown Girl Woke. We were all in, but I'd give the amazing Kyla the chance. The floor is yours. So do tell us.
Thank you, Tia. So Brown Girl Woke runs different programs, and so one of the programs that we do is STEM. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. This is where we educate young girls in Samoa about a particular field, science. This is where we go to school, like this is an after school program, so we go to school after school, that's like from 2 to 3, to do STEM programs in collaboration with Imagine Samoa and professors from the National University of Australia. They trained us on experiment that we should and we have to present in schools. So one of the schools that we went to is Papauta, and our programs we usually do at from Mondays and Wednesdays, every 2 to 3, and so we do hands-on activities. This is where we do experiments using materials that we found around our homes, like we say baking soda, oil, and other stuff.
Yes.
So we do experiments, and we also tell them, apply these experiments to real life situations. And so I'm so excited and proud to do this, because we tend to inspire girls to use these experiments to apply to their daily life solutions. So let's say I present an experiment called homemade fire extinguisher, and let's say they have a fire at home, and they can use that experiment to,
Put out the fire.
yeah, to
Yes.
get rid of the fire. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Kyla. Now that you have touched on that program, we focused in partnership, as Kyla has mentioned, with Imagine Samoa. The main reason why we focused on young girls at Babauta is because they believe that in the field of science, a lot of young girls that has graduated in science do not pursue their careers in science. So the whole purpose was to push young girls and young women to have love for science. Kyla.
Yes, definitely.
And yeah, let's get to Joyce. The floor is yours. The amazing Joyce Tulifau.
Thank you. So one of the programs that, one of the ongoing programs that we have been implementing is our reading program. We have started with street vendors, also known as street soldiers. We have our reading programs for the street vendors on Mondays, 3 to 5 at Revive Cafe in Maitele. So overall, we teach them how to read, to develop their reading and literacy skills.
Yes.
They read to learn, to participate in communities of readers in school and even their everyday life. The reading program provides a curriculum for students to participate in. We provide them with worksheets, reading lesson plans, and even homeworks such as book reports, puzzles, and coloring pages for them to learn from, gain knowledge from. So our street vendors, we currently have 15 right now.
Yes.
We are moving forward. We started with 10 of them. And yes, we're so happy that we are moving forward with our street vendors. We have 3 girls in our program. In addition, we have our primary schools. We got Awhenga and Tuanai. So for Awhenga, we go out to Awhenga on every Tuesdays. From 2 to 3, we have a reading program there. And for Tuanai, it's every Thursdays from 2 to 3. We are looking forward to implementing our program in more primary schools, such as Vaimoso Primary School. We're in contact with them, but hopefully we will start when 4th semester starts.
When the school comes back.
Term, sorry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much for that, Joyce. A big shout out to the primary schools that has let us in. There you have it, Samoa. It's not like we just teach them whatever, as university students being hands-on with all these programs. We have lesson plans. It's official. It's already planned already. It's not something that we put together. So we're not just teaching the kids from our minds. This is like a plan that is already structured not by us, but by professionals. And also with as Joyce has mentioned, with our street soldiers, our beautiful, beautiful, amazing boys. And now we have girls. It's so rewarding to see that our program is really going forward. So yeah, big famalo to the girls and to the amazing Ariel.
Thank you, Tia.
Welcome.
So my program is teaching safety. Me and the team back then, months ago, we were teaching kids the protect yourself rules. It's a rule to protect the young students from getting into vulnerable situations, or it's all about stranger danger. We teach them how to handle the situation, like shout, run, and tell, and make sure that you tell an adult about what happened.
Yes.
And not letting the perpetrator get away with it. And our other program is the climate change program is where we help our environment or become advocates for the environment. We've got students from the University of the South Pacific to participate and volunteer when we have coral reef planting. We've done 3 coral planting recently, last year and this year. Unfortunately, we can no longer go back to Mata River.
Yes.
And yes.
Thank you for that, Ariel. Yes, with our safety program, that was really fun for us. We went into primary schools and teach the kids, as Ariel has said, we taught to teach the kids protection rules, where they to just give them an idea and knowledge of how to deal with situations at home where they have no idea how to deal with. It's just stuff that we do not teach in our homes. Saying no to things that they are uncomfortable with, teaching them that they have the right to their bodies and they have the right to say no to whatever it is that they do not like or they feel that they are being forced to get into. Our Prince.
Saulele lava molsi la fia Maluseu tato watu tanga sauma le vale lunga le lau le ya oi mato mol proud ke wok or proud ke wok edemo na o tene se tu ngana e ai foi mali itu tono proud ke wok le ala o te ai ma o se ali tu solo ma wa foi lo mato lua mane tamai ta ya tia Maria ya wa po Kylamarie TAEAO asolua umalama I TUPULAGA ia moa TAEAO ia podcast po Kylamarie for Generation for Tomorrow. Ale nei la ia TAEAO ia la tātou se atu mo niso tātou malolonga toi te teu mai ia tātou whaawau tātou po Kylamarie.
Samoa Feminist Forum is happening this year as part of the 3rd P. Te whatalo whatu le Maluseu tātou watu nu I le nei fo I TAEAO. Toi te liu mai tātou po Kylamarie ia le whatan sanua I nei fo. Ia sui o le Brown ke wok ia I le nei fo I TAEAO. Ia langona lava le fia man whanga e tia o mwhai o na
sila male malo tātou atunu ia i lātou o lo I lalo fo lo va ingore Brown Care Walk po I lātou fo I o lo fa ese ngaruenga fisoswani inisio alo mfana o so tātou atunu atio.
Very much, Prince. Talafalawa Samoa, and welcome back. Still tuning in with you, the amazing hands behind the magic of Brown Girl Woke. As Prince has mentioned, we are all university students, hands-on, trying to make an impact, trying to make our mark with the youth today. So let's continue on to where we left off. As Prince has mentioned, his and I programs that we engage in was performing arts, Prince, that we had our beautiful performers here with us on the show one time, and we also performed for you. If you did not watch that, do go back and watch that. That was a beautiful episode with all our dancers, our singers, and also our poets. With him and I. So that is one of the programs that we were mainly hands-on, but we were also engaging in all the programs that the girls have mentioned. We wanted to advocate mental illness, Prince. We wanted to show the kids that if you are not comfortable about talking about your problems, you can showcase it through dancing, or singing, or poetry, as me and Prince has been writing about. So yeah, that is one of the programs that Brown Girl Woke has installed or implemented in Samoa. But also, let's get back to the beautiful Kyla. I believe you forgot something.
Yes, I just remember I forgot one of the programs that we do. So one of the programs that I forgot to mention is we give groceries. We do grocery projects, and so we give groceries to vulnerable families.
Yes.
So we do that monthly. So we give boxes of groceries, and not just groceries. We do provide basics, necessities that family needs, especially in the face of COVID. We were all struggling to find food and to put food on the table, right?
Yes.
So yeah, but we were able to do that with the help of our beautiful and lovely people out there. They give us donations.
Thank you.
And so we were able to do that. So we give out groceries to vulnerable families, our street vendors. We also visit the people in the hospital, and so we give out donations to the hospital, to the sick people. We also give out donations to the Ministry of Health and to Special Olympics. So that is one thing I missed out. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Kyla, for that. There you have it, Samoa. So many programs that we have done. So if you did not know about that, now you know. I'd like to go on to the next section of our show this morning. I'd love to ask the girls what challenges that they have faced or are facing in the programs that they are mainly part of. So I'd start with the beautiful Kyla once again.
Oh, it's a blessing for me to always start off. So we're talking about challenges now, right?
What challenges do you face?
So for STEM, as in a science communicator and a facilitator for STEM, and before I talk about that, so I'm an art student, but I am a science facilitator for STEM.
Yes.
So you know how I study arts.
And now you do science.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do science. So that is one big struggle for me. But even though it's struggling and challengeable for me, but I had fun with the kids. Yeah. And so the other challenge for me is, there are scientific words that I can't translate in Samoa. So that is one one big challenge for me. So I struggle a lot to translate scientific explanations in terms in Samoa, because there are kids that don't understand, especially our program is in primary school, so they're young kids.
Yes.
So we have to look for baby words and easy words for them in order to understand, because that is the aim. We don't just present. We want to make sure that they understand. And and the other challenge for me, is how teachers come up to me and ask me about something on experiment.
Yes.
But me with a background about science. So that is another challenge. But thank you.
Thank you for that, Kyla. I cannot imagine, going into the field of science when you are an art student yourself. So applaud to you. And let's move on to Joyce. What challenges are you facing, Joyce?
Speaking from experience, regarding our street vendors, kids, it's hard to manage their behaviors and attitude, knowing them. They spend rest of the day selling their goods on the street. They have limited time to spend with their family.
Yes.
And yeah.
And
basically their
with the
attitude.
structure as well, and just trying to put them in a structure and trying to organize them, and
Yes.
it's always the consistency that's a big challenge with our street soldiers. So if you are watching this, boys, please
Behave yourselves.
see you again Mondays,
Yes.
where we always see our boys. So move on to the amazing Ariel.
Yeah, thank you, Tia. Once again, one of the challenges that I face with working with the kids is sometimes it's discipline, but I guess it's how the kids are growing up with themselves. It's their way of having fun. So it's really not a challenge. It's just their upbringing. Thank you.
But Ariel really doesn't like much fun. She's strict. but yes, there you have it, Samoa Prince.
Mana siri fia fo maro tato tunu ono to te ro ni soro siri po le ale tata al pran ke o ko lo fa nei ia na to sira fia le bo mai on fam tata la tu ia e ni tama tai la le o lo inu le lau nei ia la to fo tata fa le aso ma le aso mo le sira fia fo pran ke o e a tawa fa ia o nga luenga fa pran ke o tawa fa ia nga luenga fa ia o nga luenga le leo nga luenga fo mai ona o nisio o tero taimi e so ani ne pran ke o ia inisio o ngaluenga funa e au na fai e tatou whanau pe o le fai tau tusi pe o le tusi ia leo fam tatala tu foi e latou nei o i ma ua foi ma le tamaita ia tia o i ma ua o tangata tusi solo tusi tala ia e mawhai fo na ma ia fai ani ni tusinga ia e whatatau i se mea e tatau anga ia i se tusinga ia lea lai whamanama toi Maluseu tātou watu nuu ia ngā ruenga fo e praun ke wokolo whai te tonu o Samoa nei. Atia?
Yes. Yes, we do agree. I don't know about the writing, but yes, we do our best to write and express our feelings on paper, Prince. Yes. There you have it, Samoa, from the beautiful ladies of Brown Girl Woke, the hands behind the magic. As Prince has mentioned, we have boys in our office as well, not just women. I mean, yeah, women empowerment, but for Prince's sake and all the other boys, we have men. And yes, but after all the challenges that we face going into these programs, at the end of the day, it's always rewarding to see the kids engage with us, interact with us, learn new things, gain knowledge, get out the box and think out the box, you know, and with, most especially as Joyce has mentioned, with our street soldiers, we have seen so much change with them, and we see so much potential in all the kids that we engage with, and we are very, very thankful for these opportunities. And also shout out to all the schools that have allowed us to come into their colleges, their primary schools, to implement our programs, and also to our founder, Maluseu Doris Tulifau, for giving us this platform to be able to, you know, do what we love and go on our passion and drink coffee in the office. But also, ladies, before we go into our next segment, I'd love to ask, why did you engage in this? Why did you join Brown Girl Woke? Did you guys just wake up one day and decided to join the organization, or did you just, so do tell us. I'd start with the beautiful Kyla, as always.
Okay, thank you, Tia. So, I first joined USP last year. That was my first year of foundation, and so I am one of the lady girls in Samoa that is passionate about climate change. So I joined 350 USP Samoa, that is a climate change group led by amazing Joyce and Ariel, and so that's where I came to know about Brown Girl Woke. And so I guess it has to do with passion. Yeah, it's what your heart desires to do. And so I found out Brown Girl Brown Girl Woke through 350, and so I heard that they do community work. So that is one of my passion, is to serve my people and to engage more with my people before, because I believe one of the programs in Samoa, Oleala le Pula le Tautua, so I had to serve before I become a leader.
Amen, girl.
Thank you.
Amen. Joyce?
Thank you. So I started with Brown Girl Woke in 2020. I was passionate about climate change. I mean, I am passionate about climate change and the environment.
Yes.
I was looking for a club or a group that does climate change work. So I found out about Doris. She has this Brown Girl Woke organization,
yes.
and they do climate change work. So I started joining, and I led the 350 club based in USP.
Yes.
With the USP students. So that's how Kyla joined, and we started the work off. And yes, so I'm currently an intern here in Brown Girl Woke. Yeah.
Really?
Helping to,
I didn't know. Okay.
Well, now you know.
Ari?
I guess my way of saying it is it's Destiny's way of leading me to BGW. Like what Joyce has said, I think it's the same thing for me. I joined 350, and throughout the events of the day, I just went there. Yeah.
But yes. And now we have beautiful youth leaders, our Prince.
Nā Samoa tātou whātatanoanga nā masui o le Brown Girl Woke po le vaenga le Brown Girl Woke I le nei fo I TAEAO whamatalau ili ai ni so lātou matawhai oi whātai atu fo I mō tō taimi le nei TAEAO ia nei teine au le le ia ari tia o le ase tala tā po kalame nei TAEAO.
That is the end of our first segment. Thank you for tuning in with us, Samoa. No Prince, these ladies are staying with us for a few more minutes, but let's go into our break. We'll be right back right after this short commercial break.
Te whatalo whātu le Maluseu tātou watu nuu I le nei fo I tai au. Toi tangai me o tātou po kalame I le whaawa wina o tātou whātata nuanga nei tai au. Tia?
Welcome back, Samoa. Thank you again for not going anywhere and still tuning in with us. But before we get into our next segment of our show, we'd like to show you a little snippet of something we have next. Here's a video.
Samoa Feminist Forum is happening this year as part of the 3rd PFF. The forum is to take place over 2 days from 29 to 30 September 2022 at Millennium Hotel. And it will be hosted by Bronco Walk, a non-profit organization. Our working groups are excited to announce that our forum will be mainly divided in 2 parts, targeting youth aspiring to agents of change, also bringing together grassroots civil society organizations guided by the theme of Pacific Feminist Forum 2022, embracing the collective power of our movement. The PFF mobilized diverse women from across the Pacific to share knowledge and experiences, celebrate achievements, and strategies for collective action to achieve women's human rights. It was a transformative space for Pacific feminists to reflect on key issues paramount to gender equality and women's human rights and come together with strong, focused, and accelerated strategies.
There you have it, Samoa. A little bit of a teaser of what we have going on tomorrow and Friday. So let's talk about that. Joyce?
So we'll be having our youth forum on Thursday, which is tomorrow, the 29th of September, and then ending it with our feminist forum on Friday, the 30th of September. I'll talk on our youth forum right now. So youth forum, the purpose of our youth forum is to bring youths that are already doing community work to learn more about other organizations and find what difficulties and challenges that they have in their organizations that we can help with and working together to moving forward in the future. And same as our feminist forum that we will talk about
later on. But yeah. Yes, to be able to, not only do we help them, but they help us. We give out knowledge and they give us their knowledge, and then we get hands-on and we figure out how we go on from there. So before we get into that, Kyla, don't tell us, we already know, but do tell Samoa, what is a youth forum?
Okay, so a youth forum is run and developed by young people for young people. Let's say for us, for our own better. So youth forum exists to represent the views of young people, giving young people the opportunity to have a voice, discuss issues, and engage with decision makers, or the big peoples, and to contribute to improving and developing services for young people. Thank you.
You're welcome, Prince.
Tai ia ole na Samoa le tātou whamtataranga a tirina o tātou po kalame le whatanuina tai au po youthform. O youthform o le tuunga whatasinga o mtatai se ese e mwhaianga atina ina lava e talavou ia. So soani e lava talavou i le talavou pe whawhiano ngā lue whatasi talavou. E ave lunga se meo lo lātou ngā lulue ai. Se e whamtatara Joyce po le ia se o po ani se po kalame ia la whaia mo le aso a TAEAO.
I guess the floor is Ariel's now. She will talk about our workshop.
Thank you very much, Joyce. Ia o mato polo kalame le la wha TAEAO, ia polo mako mato workshop. Le la wha loi mako challenges. So our challenge is to take pictures. Be poso WhatsApp, poso TikTok. Na umala ia file hashtag BGW, hashtag Feminist Forum or Youth Forum. Umala ia abila ia post nunga le matag ia le Bronco Walk. Mava ai po ai ole a malo I prizes.
Yes. Wow, very exciting. So do tell us, girls, Joyce, especially what organizations do we have already, and what are they about?
So we have 4 working groups. We got Light of Hope.
Yes.
They basically talk about counseling. They do counsel for people in the prison.
Rehabilitation.
Yes, the prison. Yeah, they do work there. And in addition, we got Salani Bright Horizons from Salani, Falealili. They will talk about climate change and the issues we face here, and how and climate actions on how to reduce the effects of climate change. On the other hand, we got
Apia Shapers.
Sorry, Apia Shapers.
Yes.
They talk about youth empowerment, especially women empowerment.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we have us.
And we have the powerful Brown Girl Woke. We're going to talk about voice of a leader, or in other words, leadership.
Yes.
Yes.
So that is what we will be expecting for our youth forum, not only for our youth forum, but also our feminist forum, Prince. So let's get into our feminist forum, since as Joyce has already explained, the sole purpose is to having all these different organizations be hands-on, and so we could all these NGOs come together, and we could all see, and they show what issues that they're facing, and we tell them what we are facing, and so from there we will find solutions to go forward, ladies, to move forward. And also, it's not just because it's called a feminist forum doesn't mean it's just for women. We have men. We will also have performers. We will have dancing. Prince and I will also do our poetry. And then we have singing as well. We have the amazing Jordan with us tomorrow. Oi.
That was just a joke.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You thought, but we have Bella, our very own local singer, that was a finalist at Star Search. But if you want to watch Jordan, watch him on YouTube. Anyways, over to Prince.
Ia o foi nei ngalo o lo ia tātou au whawhiawhia i le tātou po Kylamarie TAEAO. Ia o a olo ina le vaenga a le whale a lili uso sa talo performing arts. Ia o le taipi mua le o i le vaenga e whaktai foi le Brown Care Walk wa vea o se tai o le nā vaenga le ala whai e le au siva le aso a TAEAO. Au foi nei ngalo o lo iai foi siva le au mai tai ia po le Brown Care Walk mo le aso a TAEAO. Whawhiawhia i nā ia o lo alo i tau maftanga wai whai tau maftanga atia.
We have breakfast, we have lunch, but we only have dinner for Friday. But yes, Samoa, it's not an open event.
Okay.
Please, in case you line up at our office, but it's only limited to our working groups. We have 50 people, girls, 5 from each organization with us tomorrow and for Friday. But yes, there we have it. Did we miss anything?
O le mea tāua fo ia i le mpora Kylamarie le aso a TAEAO ia mawhai o nā alu tangata ua i se mea o ngā ua maua.
Yes.
Awane i tau ona awai ia alu tangata i le mea sa wai. O lo iai se mea tāua ma se whi au tāua o lo alu maavi. O lo iai fo i se awa o ngā Brown Care Walk o lo alu fo i mawhao ngā. Ia o te peina wau tono Samoa. I o nisi tangata na o le awai ia pa wale mea na o le awai. Ia o le baba ai ma le mea ai. A le tāua le po Kylamarie le aso a TAEAO ma le aso wharairi. Ia e whātāua i nai le so tau a peo la le upu e mawhai e ona tātou ngā lulu e whātasi pe whape whea ona tātou ngā lulu e whātasi e whaia se mea se tasi ma ia mautu o isa tātou ngā luenga
Saole Prince. What we meant by we will give knowledge and gain knowledge from all the working groups. There's 5 altogether, 5 to us. So we have Light of Hope, Apia Shapers, Salani Bright Horizon, and BGW working on our youth forum and our feminist forum. We will rotate Prince. We will be rotating our workshops to be sure, as Prince has mentioned, that everyone goes home not only with their tummy full, but also with their mind, body, and soul, because we will also have worship, we will have spiritual education as well, not only worldly, but yes. Joyce, before we leave, this segment, I'd like to give you girls a chance to, I don't know, give words of encouragement. If not, just say a shout out to your families or your friends, your boyfriends. The floor is yours. I'll start with Kyla.
Oh, thank you. No, I don't have much things to say. Just want to shout out to my family. I know they're watching. Thank you for being behind me. And yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Joyce.
Okay. Firstly, just want to shout out to our boss Doris. She's the solely purpose that we're all here and we have gained knowledge and experiences from different fields of work. And shout out to my family and friends out there watching.
Yes.
And yes, where's that?
Ari.
Yeah, well, shout out to everyone who's supporting us through this journey and to all our families and friends. Thank you very much.
Friends.
Ia ve foi nei au no te whaftai e toi no mātou te mai taipule, Doris Tulifau, le mafuanga na o mātou iai lungo nei lau mo mātou whasoa toi lumo o penga ta whailangi. Watu fo ia wha manu ianga le aso whanau o sia uso Gary, so i lalo vilo me le tonga, manu ia tele lo aso whanau le aso, whaapopo e le atua nisi tau sanga se tele, i e te tātou te mafuta i lungo nei fonga ele. Au foi nei ngalo te alofa tele mo o e lo uso, ia watu foi le whaftai me le whamalo i le tamai taipule, po le au foi ngaluenga TV3, i awa foi le puinga o tātou po kalame o tupulanga mo a TAEAO, i TAEAO a solulu umalawa, e le ngata i lea tupulanga lalo ba o so tātou atunu, o tātou po kalame o le tupulanga mo a TAEAO. Ia iai se fe au tāua, ia iai se fofo ni whawhitauli, ia iai foi se me whawhiawhia nai oe, i le neipo kalame o lo mwhai o tātou tūwhatasia, e ala lea i lalo le vavaainga Doris Tulifau, ma le vaenga le Proud Girl Walk. Tia.
Thank you very much for that, Prince, and the beautiful ladies of BGW. And there you have it, Samoa. Oh, let me say a shout out. I'd like to shout out to my mom who is always tuning in. Thank you, Mommy. I don't just drink coffee at the office. And also to, as everyone has said, hats off to our boss, Doris Tulifau, who will hopefully be buying us lunch after this show. And also to the voice of TV3 and the beautiful Aotearoa for always filming for us every Wednesday and bringing Generation for Tomorrow for you, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. live. Not only live, but we have footages of our show on our Facebook page. So do, if you have not, if you were not able to watch with us, do watch on Facebook. And also, yeah, I hope that you have learned something about what our organization is about, what our purpose is, what we are here for, what our passions are, what programs that we're implementing and will plan to implement in Samoa. And also our forum, we are very excited about everyone. Yes, so Thursday and Friday, very exciting. But there you have it, Samoa. We have come to the end of our first segment. Thank you, ladies, for being with us this morning. For taking away from your busy schedule. Thank you for being with us. But also, Samoa, yes, let's give Prince a round of applause to the beautiful ladies behind the magic at the office. We will see you guys right after this show. And there you have it, Samoa. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after this short commercial break.
Te whatalo whātu te tari umara tātou po Kylamarie tupulaga mo a TAEAO I le nei fo I TAEAO ia whatalo whātu fōi ia I la ua Fionga Doris Tulifau ia o te sasi fōi o tamai taipule tono le o le Brown Care Walk ia mwhai fōn tātou whātasi le po Kylamarie I le nei fo I TAEAO whatalo whātu I la ua Fionga.
Good morning Prince, good morning Tia.
Good morning, boss.
I'm really excited to be here, especially having our girls on the show. I think people will understand Prince and Tia are usually our hosts because they're performers. They're usually speaking up. So the girls are actually amazing in their element, but this isn't their forte yet. So it's a good practice for them to showcase when they're like going on TV and media. But it was very nice.
Definitely bringing them more and more.
So it's good practice, and that's what Brown Girl Woke is about. We're trying to make sure that we train up youth that are doing this work and they could speak about it. So it was exciting to see them this morning. Thanks, Tia and Prince, for your patience and helping the girls.
It was fun. You know, have fun in the office and bringing that in front of you, Samoa, as our boss has mentioned. The girls are amazing. They do really great work with our boys, the street soldiers, and our readings in primary schools, but it's just the confidence on TV. But of course, we will be bringing them more and more, so they can get used to everything. But yes, let's talk more about our event on Thursday and Friday.
So we're really excited. The Pacific Feminist Forum is something that happens every year. It's actually with the whole Pacific. Because of COVID, unfortunately, we can't all travel to Fiji, but hopefully next year we'll all be in They asked for all the different organizations to do their own. So this is actually Samoa's first feminist forum ever. The work can be sometimes really hard to grasp because a lot of people think feminist means only women and only girls and we hate men. And but no, we don't. It's about equality. As we know, we live in a very patriarchal country, but also a very religious country. So we're hoping to bring all those different conversations at this forum. The Youth Forum is tomorrow, and the Feminist Forum is Friday. The Youth Forum is bringing in at least 10 different organizations throughout Samoa. Our Pacific Working Group that is running it, again, we said earlier, Light of Hope, an amazing group run by Clara Arcoy. She does ministry in the prisons. They've been doing it for a very long time. We also have Souljah Bright Horizons with Heta and Jimmy, who are also amazing. They do a lot of climate change work in Falealili. And we also have Apia Shapers. They're youth professionals, mostly youth that went out to overseas universities, came back, they work for the ministries, but they want to do more. This is when they could have the conversations. And then we invited a lot of different organizations to have youth groups. Special Olympics will be there, the Deaf Association will be there, NOLA will be there, peer-to-peer. We wanted to make sure that we invite any person that is a youth leader, that they could come to this workshop and we could talk about what are you doing, how can we help, we should work together. And if we're trying to change this country, and we've seen it a lot, we don't know what's happening. You see that with adults and youth. They don't know what's happening with us. So if you guys are going to be the leaders of the next generation, we got to know what's going on. And you have to, if we have something, some knowledge, share with each other. So that is the whole purpose of the Thursday conference and the Friday conference, is just share knowledge and know what's going on.
And so we can also find ways to move forward together. And since all these working groups, they are amazing in our community already. As Doris has mentioned, they're amazing, beautiful work. And that is the sole purpose of our forums, is to be sure that we could see, hey, and also these working groups, we never really, me personally, I've never really heard of them before. So this will be a beautiful opportunity for me to get to know them and for them to see what it is that we do. And Light of Hope, I don't know if you, a little bit of recap, we had her, she was amazing last week with Fatawa Leola. So yeah, with counseling and everything, and we really look forward to tomorrow and Friday. And also Prince, as Doris has mentioned, this is the first ever forum in Samoa. how are you feeling about being a part of that as a youth?
Le whawhisiri kusa o leo whalongongo atu le whatau loi fwoi le saunoanga le fionga ia Doris Tulifau. O le whamene masangi ai e malanga mai atu nu Pasifika. O lea ua mana e whamene nei tausanga. Ua mawhai ona au mai e kulupu lawa i tono Samoa. Ua mawhai fwoi ona ia awa e pei lava ona ta ua foi e la fionga ia tele ai kulupu tono Samoa e ngalulu e ala to o ni se le e muso e ngalulu e fata si mai stangata ai wa ngala le po kalamine ai la so TAEAO e fa fisili ai pe fa pe fe ona ngalulu e fata si fa fe ona so o tau au ma fai se ngaluenga I le mamalu foi so tato watunu pe o le singinga male au ngol fa moe ia le aso TAEAO le te ina la fionga ia Doris Tulifau male vaenga proud care walk o le tau mawhai le tu fatasia ia tato vaenga ese ai me se lava vaenga lo ngalu e tonu ia tata talavoa po tupulanga talavoa tia.
Yes, Prince. Mainly youth-based. So I'd like to ask Doris, once again, we already know, but do tell Samoa. So as you have mentioned, the Feminist Forum it's not about women. It's not like hate men type of thing. We have men. We will be having men on that day. So please, we will not be banning any men on Friday, but do tell us, Doris, what will we expect then on Friday?
So after Thursday, all the working groups, we're going to be leading the workshops. And then Friday, we're asking all the reps from different organizations to come together. And again, the leaders talk about what you're doing the whole year.
Yes.
What's your events? How can we contribute? We also want to distress. I think people think that people that do community work, that we get everything we want.
Yes.
It's hard work. Yeah, it's easy, but it isn't. It's hard work. We're dealing with people that are vulnerable families. We're dealing with people that are hurt. So we got to make sure that the people that are doing this work are also healing, also de-stressing. So we actually have yoga in the morning. Big ups to Fina that will be doing a yoga session with us in the morning. We also will have counselors for us to talk about the burnout. Because you see a lot of nonprofits that do this work, and sometimes you see them not do it anymore.
Yes.
Because of the expectations of everybody. When you see somebody giving, everyone thinks you should give every minute of your life after that. So we got to make sure that the people that are giving are getting taken care of and being healthy. So the whole Friday Feminist Forum is not going to be only talking about what is feminism, but also talking about how can we make sure you're okay. How can we make sure that you could keep on doing this work and you could keep on taking care of our community and making sure that we're all together, that we're there for each other. And that's the same thing with the Youth Forum. We want to make sure that if kids want to be a part of different organizations, they don't only have to be with their one organization. They could be with other organizations. So we're excited to have organizations from Gua, because Solani is from Falealili, and Light of Hope is from Falefa. So we have a lot of organizations all over Samoa, and we do need to come together. We talked about this last week. The suicide rate in Samoa is going higher and higher for youth. We need discussions, and if we're doing this work in any kind of different realm or whatever you're doing, from climate change, from vulnerable families, we all need to know what's going on.
Yes. Yes, last week when we talked about the rate of suicide increasing sadly with Fatawa Leola coming on with us, and that's the amazing thing about Generation for Tomorrow. That's why I love about being a part of this show, is where we talk about these serious issues, Prince, that we just do not talk about at home. But that is why this forum will be very, very amazing. I already know it'll be amazing to be able to come together. And it's self-care on Friday. You know, you cannot take care of everyone when you're not okay. I mean, you have to be sure that you're okay before you go out there and tell everyone, you know, what ways that you can do to be okay when you're not. So yeah, this is really amazing to us as NGOs to check on other NGOs and see just us doing the work, checking on each other. You know, that's beautiful.
Ai le ngata I lea o lo mwhaiona walaulia I lea whiunga Doris Tulifau I a tato performance lea whatuati ai. E le I walaulia e Tulifau I a lea whiunga Doris Tulifau ni performance ua leva. Tangata ua leva na perform. Ai whaftai fo I lea wanoa lea o lea mwhaiona perform ai I a au siwa fo I a pe o le uso sa talo rugby club le perform le aso ataya o le au siwa fo e le leva le au siwa fatoa mata tu fatasia taru ona o tau tu fatasia le vaenga lea e le ngata I lea ia o le afiong o le tangata pese le o Hailani ia e te vavai I la TAEAO tangata famous na ia wata to po kalame le aso ataya.
And I think that's what the biggest part of our work is making sure that locals take care of locals. We need to take care of ourselves. We don't need people from overseas. We don't need to pay the high prices when we have amazing talent in Samoa. So we're excited. Again, we are already booked for the 2 days. But if you have an organization that really wants to come, please message us on Brown Girl Woke or Doris Tulifau on Facebook if you really want to be a part of our youth forum.
And Instagram. But yes, there we have it, Samoa. There you have it, Samoa. A beautiful conversation this morning. And as Doris has mentioned, you know, it's time that we start to have these conversations. And yes, thank you very much for tuning in. Before we leave, I'll let you guys have the chance to make shout-outs or whatsoever.
Shout out to us staying at Millennia. Also, our sponsors. Thank you to Bella's Kitchen that donated vouchers for our prizes. Thank you to Revive, Chan Mao Wholesale, and Digicel for donating and sponsoring us. Big ups to all the Pacific that's part of this feminist forum and our BGW group that have been working 2 weeks straight to make sure that this is an amazing event.
Yes, there you have it, Samoa. Prince has already said his shout out. So we have come to the end of our show this morning. Thank you for tuning in with Generation for Tomorrow. Thank you. And good morning, Samoa. Tofasifua.